We must find more fun.
Direi proprio di sì, anche perché la notte ormai è quasi conclusa.
Found yourself a perch from which to survey passing bows.
What do you mean? My back aches from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they said fire
Vabbè,
burns hotter in an
non
old
ci possiamo assolutamente fare la vecchia, con tutto il bene, ma...
Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Vediamo un po' qua che cosa ci riserva la nottata in quest'angolo buio. Si nuota?
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bare.
So problemi,
I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie, I did. Tain't there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
Quindi, noi che cosa dovremmo fare in tutto ciò? Trovare la scarpetta, vi prego, no.
Slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Che bel gioco. Io morirei probabilmente. Mi piacerebbe unirmi a divertimento, siccome non abbiamo alternative. Ci tocca. Ci tocca.
Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come.
Quindi? Gli sta facendo vedere il pacco?
Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I dive to any depth for you.
Ah, scarpetta, lo zoccolo c'ha questa. Vabbè. Se proprio bisogna.
My eyes are glued.
Vabbè. Una cosa abbastanza... Vediamo se c'è altro di interessante. Sì, le prendiamo tutte e due? Ce n'è un'altra? Scarpetta perduta, sì. Bene. Direi che è stato molto più semplice di quanto avrei immaginato. È scemo? Ah, Geralt! Sì, Geralt, poi Vlodomir. Possiamo uscire? Che dite?
Just when you think you know all the plowfolk's customs, they surprise you with slippers.
So now the shock's faded. Perhaps you could stop talking and fish out my shoe. What do you want?
L'ho già presa! Niente, non mi fanno uscire. Grazie.
Just when you think you know all the plowfolk's customs, they surprise you with slippers.
So now the shock's faded. Perhaps you could stop talking and fish out my shoe.
Ma io l'avevo... Ma ce n'è un'altra, niente. Ma quante scarpe ci stanno qua? Oh. Non l'avevo già presa questa. Bah. Scarpa perduta, va bene. Io pensavo che dovevo averne prese due, che avessimo finito sinceramente, ma evidentemente mi sbagliavo, vabbè.
Damn mucky that pond, sinking up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes ever tossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Non ha tutti i torti,
That's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Niente, ho sbagliato a prenderle tutte,
That
vabbè.
was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
Vabbè, tutto sto bordello per la scarpa, vabbè. Vai a finire per la cerimonia del cappello. Oh, finalmente mi sa che è finito
Now we must do something
il
else.
matrimonio.
Something wild.
Se Dio vuole, forse ne possiamo uscire.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen,
Sicuramente succederà qualcosa di assurdo adesso.
life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
Ma facciamolo divertire su.
Why, there's every need. Till now, I'd always considered peasant jollities unworthy of a gentleman. For tell me, who among you would rub
Niente, sta facendo esattamente quello che speravo non facesse.
I delighted in the beauty of buxom farm wenches, of course, and indeed still do. Given more time, I'd prove this to each and every maiden here. Farmhands are a different story. Never took any note of them. Had one or
Ma
two
perché? Ma perché si sta scavando la fossa?
but were never worthy of
Vabbè che tanto il corpo non è suo.
not even if you paid me. For one must live by certain principles, am I right? But this day has changed all. Beneath the muck and dung, a peasant is a man. I understand this, thanks to you. You've still shite all to talk about, but I don't mind anymore. For this, I thank you, and say, you are well loved.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, yes, you are.
Avrodomir, ammazza che pippone che hai dovuto attaccare.
Shani.
The midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give them a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely bear with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song, we don't sing to be unkind.
Non usciremo mai vivi da questo matrimonio.
Another sign, brides will hope eternal, bridegroom best beware, or she'll make you a poor gold in the coming year. What's the groom a thinking? Storm on his brow. Must be said
Garland, garland, garland.
cow. You get the cow back above the calf the hay.
Cosa sta per succedere di bruttissimo? Ah, ecco.
Some horns. Whoever caught the garland shall be next to wed.
Vabbè, fondamentalmente è la stessa cosa dei fiori della sposa, della nostra cultura. Cosa cazzo sta facendo? Ah beh, dici sai, mi manca l'inchiostro, mi stacco la mano così scrivo tranquillo. Ma porco Giuda! È di un grottesco.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Sì, ma è staccato la mano, però vabbè.
You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull's dirt, but good.
Vabbè, abbiamo finito? Cioè, possiamo andare a fare qualcosa di più.
A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance. Their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone. They're bouncing.
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't! I'm not finished here.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just...
Io credo sarà abbastanza problematico mandarlo via.
The time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shawnee, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Non me l'aspettavo, devo dire la verità.
Go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you!
Che cazzo sta succedendo?
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Mamma mia.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Poverino, però.
Gods, what is this?
Ma infatti, cosa gli hai fatto?
What did you do to him?
Sent him back whence he came.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do?
Infatti, come fa a saperlo?
Darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everett will bother you no more.
Io vorrei restare qua ancora un po' con lei.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding.
In che
Got the wrong
senso?
impression.
Not sure I understand.
Siamo in due.
I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand.
Dovreste vedere la mia in questo momento.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt. Pick her some flowers or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Non ha tutti i
Rather manage
torti.
without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape.
Mamma mia, che visione drammatica del
Seize your
matrimonio.
chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Io non l'ho ancora inquadrato sto tipo. Veramente mi confonde. Allora, esamina.
Need ought to lift her spirits.
Ecco.
A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up?
Non la vedo molto il tipo da ubriacarsi.
Maybe not. She might be a sad drunk.
Che altro ci abbiamo per poterla rallegrare? Questo.
Rowan berry brandy. Shawnee loves the blossoms. I'd enjoy this as well. A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up?
Ma io credo che questa potrebbe essere la
Here's
cosa.
hoping Shawnee's a happy drunk.
Proviamo. Se magari non ci incastriamo. Ecco. Oh. Vediamo un po' se si riesce con l'alcol.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Seemed to like the Rowan. Thought you might want to try another form of it.
Vediamo un po'.
Well, I like to make necklaces out of the berries, but guess I am curious how this will taste.
Oh, vedi che ci ho preso.
Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
Proviamo a fare quelli un po'.
You got me.
For how long? A day? 2? Don't get me wrong. It's nice, but you come and go. Yet I need someone
Se lei non ha tutti i torti, però obiettivamente.
After a day of bandaging wounds and sewing up guts, I need a good glass and a good laugh with someone who'll help me forget it all for a moment.
I get it.
Comprensibile.
Yeah, could never be there for you every day. But I am happy to see you always. And today, I'm all yours.
Well, in that case, let's drink to tonight.
To tonight. May the moment last.
Vediamo che effetto gli fa l'alcol adesso.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea.
La musica è una passeggiata.
Did you enjoy the wedding?
Ma sì, dai.
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
Li riviviamo? Mi sa che se Dio vuole li riviviamo, dai.
Don't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tight to Torrent. But don't tell the old battle-axe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. Our lips are sealed as the grave.
Ma sono ubriachissimi sti due proprio.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. You can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Ma sì, da ogni occasione buona.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Addirittura.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
La convinceresti, ne sono certo.
Doubt your mother's that unbending. You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
E chi sarebbe il pretendente?
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain.
Potremmo anche andare al dunque volendo, senza fare tutti questi preliminari.
It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Quello è vero.
I think so.
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Ah, eccoli.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
Sì, anche secondo me. Quello era Vladimir, non io.
That was Vladimir, not me, remember?
But pretend for a moment it had been you, and the situation had been different. Say you're at the wedding, and that very girl keeps glancing, smiling at you. Then she finally walks up, and you know exactly what she wants. What do you do?
Lascio perdere, preferisco te.
Huh. If Dandelion was around, and he usually is, I'd introduce her to him and walk off.
I don't believe that. You'd let the opportunity pass?
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Si è completamente dimenticato di Triss e Yennefer, lui.
Gorgeous.
Oh. Che dobbiamo fare? So che sto rompendo un po' la magia in questo momento. Ma...
Kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, ce l'abbiamo fatta. Finalmente.
So, how'd it compare?
Molto meglio.
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right.
Ma in altri.
Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Beh, un bacio non mi va. A questo punto siamo in ballo, balliamo. Su.
Keep my word. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Mi toccherà mettere vietate minori di 18 in questo episodio, lo scopriremo presto. Tra qualche secondo. Ah, questa già se ne è trovato un altro.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
Che cosa dovrebbero fare esattamente sul molo?
I'm clairvoyant.
All'aria aperta non è che mi viene in mente granché, se non una cosa sola che non dirò in questo momento perché potrei sembrare un po' scurrile.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm.
Ma sì, svuotiamola.
You're the medic. Recommendation? Hey, leave some for me.
We need to drink fast before they catch us. Come on, let's hide.
Il matrimonio più lungo della storia dell'uomo è diventato questo. Col matrimonio e il dopo matrimonio.
Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
You're dead wrong. Look, it's right there, in the middle of the lake.
Oh, ragazzi. Andiamo.
What are you doing?
Cosa fai? Indovina un po'. No, per un attimo quando gli ho preso la testa ho temuto. Troppo. Oddio mio. Sono una brutta persona, decisamente. Una notte da ricordare proprio.
Awake already?
For a while now.
Anzi, non gli ha vomitato addosso
Did you
proprio.
know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No, not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
Sound like you wish you could.
No, I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it. But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Oh, prima ci provi, poi mi vomiti vicino e adesso ci devi pensare. Che
Before you
cazzo,
go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
Perché sono più freddi rispetto a prima di farlo? Cioè, non dovrebbe un po' sciogliere il rapporto, teoricamente? Bah. Dunque, informa Olgierd che l'incarico è stato portato a termine. Io direi prima di ogni cosa che ci leviamo questa orribile veste, perché non si può veramente fare. E io mi immagino già di combattere con una cosa del genere addosso e non mi piace affatto l'idea. Poi io direi che come spade mi mantengo quello che ho, per cui possiamo andare. E direi che essendo 1670 e qualcosa piedi ci vediamo sul posto. Oh, siamo tornati in quel di Oxenfurt. Adesso non ci resta ad andare da Olgierd e informarlo della cosa, così scopriamo anche che cosa gli ha scritto il fratello. Beh, dove trovarlo se non al pub? Allora,
What's all this kicking? Herring's got a turn and...
What are they doing?
Playing. Overgrown ways.
questo c'ha veramente un gruppo di cerebrolesi.
Have you any children, Geralt?
Purtroppo no.
None.
Oh, yes. Forgot witches are sterile. Well, don't just stare at me. Tell me what brings you.
Indovina un po'. Oddio, io sarei anche curioso di farmici una partita a Gwent, sinceramente. Però prima diciamogli che Vladimir lo saluta.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say?
No, mi sa che la partita a Gwent è saltata.
Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
Mo che c'hai da dire?
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Is that all? Or have you something else?
Gonna work on getting you Bersoti's house next.
Best of luck. Enjoy.
Tanto a te che te frega. Io sto qua a diventare matto, tanto che tu bevi e tu ubriachi. Maledetto. Beh, io direi che a questo punto la partita a Gwent sarebbe anche d'obbligo.
Need to chat.
No, non dobbiamo parlare esattamente, ma dobbiamo... Anzi, devo levarti dei soldi.